Hello students, in this class we are going to discuss about interfaces. Okay, so what is an interface? Interface is a blueprint of a class. Why do we call it as a blueprint? Because if you are having two methods in interface will have only abstraction of those methods. Abstraction is nothing but only declaration. Okay, definition of the method will be given in the a class which is implementing that interface. Okay, that is why it is called as blueprint of a class. Okay, and also it supports abstraction and multiple inheritance. Basically Java is not supporting multiple inheritance. We discussed about that in the previous interface inheritance class. When you are two classes having the same method name and third class is inheriting both of those classes, so there will be ambiguity in calling the method. Okay, so that can be resolved using your interfaces. Fine. And only abstract methods are given in the interface, and no method definitions or method body will not be given in the interface. But in class generally what we do, we provide implementation of the method as well. If you want, you can provide implementation inside the class or you can provide outside the class. But interfaces, it is compulsory to provide only abstraction of the methods inside the interface. You cannot provide implementation of those methods inside the interface, and implementation of those methods should be written inside the class which is implementing this particular interface. Okay, and we cannot create object. Actually we can create the object, but we cannot instantiate the object. Instantiate means what? Allocating memory for the object. That cannot be done using your interface because it provides only abstraction of the methods. Okay, and it is similar to abstract classes. Okay, now let us see the syntax of the interface. The syntax of the interface will be interface, just like your class keyword, interface is also a keyword, and you provide the interface name, and we provide constant fields. So these data members are static and final. If you declare any data member inside the interface, you have to initialize that, and that is static and final, and the class which is implementing these interfaces cannot modify that particular data member. And we provide method declaration. This is the syntax of your interface. Now what are the advantages of interfaces? Basically your interfaces achieve higher security, and Java does not support multiple inheritance, but that can be performed using your interfaces. Fine. Now let us see an example. Okay, now interface, the name of the interface is animal. Interface is the keyword. Similar to your class, how do you declare your class? Class name. So here interface is the keyword and animal is the interface name, and you are providing abstraction of the two methods. Okay, we are not providing implementation, we are only declaring those methods. Okay, and this is the class, dog is the class which is implementing animal interface. So this is the name of the interface and this is the name of the class. So instead of when you are working with inheritance, we use extends keyword, but this is interface. Animal is an interface, that's why we have to use implements keyword. When a class is correlating with interface, then we have to use implements keyword. When your class is inheriting the properties of other class, then we use extends keyword. Okay, now it is having implements animal. So dog is a class which is implementing animal interface. Okay, and your dog class must provide a function method definition of all the methods given inside the interface, because it is implementing the interface. So whichever class is implementing the interface, it must provide the function definition or function body for all the methods declared in the interface. Now two methods we have declared, so two methods we are implementing. Okay, this must be sleep. Fine. Now here you can see you are providing animal sound is a method which we have declared in the animal class, and sleep is a method which is declared inside animal interface. Okay, both of these methods must be implemented in the dog class because it is implementing the interface animal. So whichever class implementing the interface, it must provide the function definition or method definition for all the methods declared inside the interface. Now here you can see that animal sound is doing some operation and sleep is also doing some operation. Now this is your main class inside which you are having public static void main, and inside that you are creating the object of which class? Object of dog class. Okay, and you are calling this animal sound and sleep method. So animal sound method is defined inside dog class, so you are calling my dog dot animal sound. So my dog is the object of the dog class and we are calling these two methods. So we are going to execute and print these two statements. Fine. Now, how do you say interfaces are different from classes? The first thing is we cannot instantiate, no object creation. Basically, you can declare the object like this. Now, if your I1 is the interface name, I1 object, you can declare like this, but you cannot instantiate. Instantiate means what? You cannot allocate memory for it. So new, so here it must be the class name. If your class name is dog, then dog. So this is how you are going to create the object of any interface. Object is of type interface, but we are allocating memory through dog class. Okay, and you can call the methods of that interface by object dot sleep. Okay, so this part of code is called as instantiating the objects, and this cannot be done in the interfaces. Okay, and your interfaces does not contain any constructors. We can't provide the constructors in interfaces, and all methods are abstract. Abstract means what? Only declaration of the methods, and we don't provide the implementation of those methods. And fields must be declared static and final. All the data members, whatever you declare inside the interfaces, must be static and final. Okay, that cannot be modified in the class which is implementing that particular interface, and it is implemented by class. But when you are working with inheritance, a class extends another class, but here a class implements another class because we are providing implementation of the methods given in the interface in the class. Okay, now interface can extend multiple interfaces. Okay, now a class can inherit the properties of another class like this. In the same way, an interface can extend another interface. Okay, now let us see few example programs. Okay, now how can you perform inheritance using interfaces? Okay, now interface I1 is the first interface name, and interface I2 is the second interface name. I2 interface extending I1 interface because here we are performing inheritance. So I1 I2, you have two interfaces. I2 interface is extending the properties of I1 interface. So that's why we are using extending keyword. When you are working with interface, then we should use extends. When you are working class, then we should use, when you are working with two different classes, then you should use extends. Okay, but when your class is implementing interface, we have to use implements keyword. Remember the difference. Okay, now your first interface is having method 1, and your second interface is having a method 2. Okay, now let us see. We are providing the declaration here, and this is your demo class which is implementing I2. Why we are using implements keyword here? Just because demo is a class and I2 is an interface. So this is your I2, and your demo class must provide implementation of all the methods given inside I2 interface. That's why we are using implements keyword. And after that, see here it is providing definition for method 1 as well as method 2. but it is implementing only I2 interface. Only this interface is implemented and it should provide method only definition only for method 2. Then why it is providing definition for method 1 also for interface I1? Just because I2 is extending the properties of I1. If any class is implementing this I2 interface, it should provide a method definition for I2 as well as I1. So both the methods whatever declared inside interface 1 and interface 2, that must be implemented by the class which is implementing I2 interface. If you are implementing I1 interface, then you should provide method definition only for method 1 and it is not required to provide for method 2. Okay, here you can see void method 1 we are displaying method 1 and method 2 we are displaying method 2. And you can provide your main inside this class itself, or you can create a separate class and provide the write main inside that. So both are same. Okay, you can have one more class and give your public static void main and create the object and do everything in another class. Okay, now here you can see that I2 object is equal to new demo. So demo is the class name. As we cannot instantiate with a interface, we are instantiating using your demo class, but this object is of type interface 2, so I2. Okay, and after that object dot method 2, so this is going to call the method this one. So this is defined in the class demo. Okay, this is about interfaces. Now let us look into one more example. How multiple inheritance is supported by Java using interfaces. We know that multiple inheritance will lead us to ambiguity, because it is if two classes having the same method name and if one more class is implementing them, it will get confused which method to call. Okay, so there is an ambiguity. So how can we resolve that ambiguity using interfaces? Interface I1 is the first interface. Okay, and we are having method my method, and interface I2 is the second interface and we are having my method. Same method name, same signature is there. Means what? Same return type, same number of argument and same method name. So if your class is implementing both of these interfaces I1 and I2, it does not require to provide method definition multiple times. Only one time providing method definition is enough, even though it is implementing both of these interfaces. As both the signatures are matching, it has to provide method definition only for the first time. Even if both the return types are not matching, it should provide only for one time. It cannot provide more than one time for the same method implementation. Otherwise, it will throw you compile time error. Okay, now here you can see that you are having public static void main string args, and here a demo object obj object you are creating of demo class. Okay, and after that using this object you are calling my method. So this is going to call this method and display implementing interfaces. Okay.